Welcome to Los Angeles, Commissioners. Today we're joining you from Silver Lake Park. It's a newly reopened park with a beautiful meadow overlooking Silver Lake Reservoir. My name is Shant Nahapetian and I attended Cal Poly Pomona and the University of La Verne before moving to DC to work in politics. Now I'm back in beautiful LA.
And my name's Gina Cassidy. I'm originally from Berkeley and I received my BA from the University of California, Riverside. I'm also currently enrolled in the MBA program at Pepperdine University in Malibu.
Today, Gina and I are here to talk to you about an organization called Young Professionals for Better Government. It was created earlier this year by Ken Kieselbach at Cal State Fullerton.
Young Professionals offers a meeting of the minds for college students and recent grads who are committed to discussing, evaluating, and shaping some of the solutions of today's most pressing issues in California. We draw from the brain power over students and grads from over 40 universities across the nation, and 25 of which are actually located here in our home state.
So now about our first formal project. As we all know, legislators have been unable to reach consensus on some of the most challenging issues facing our state and our country. With this video, Roadmap LA, our team has attempted to move beyond party affiliations to instead capture and define our community of interest based around social and economic issues that define who we are, where we live, and who we closely identify with.
Our video is divided into two segments and takes you on a road trip that highlights 13 areas of the county, effectively by population, a state Senate plan. In the second segment, we'll head back to the park to identify the main takeaways that we hope you remember when you draw the lines.
And with that said, please put your phones aside and join us for a day in LA.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Marcos and I'm a community college student here in the San Fernando Valley. I'm taking a break from studying here at the Van Nuys Public Library to tell you a little bit about my community and what makes it a great place to live and work. My part of the valley, that is Burbank, Latuna, Pacoima, Arleta, Valley, Glen, and Van Nuys, is actually filled with people who work in the TV and film industry, not millionaire paydays, but real workers behind the scenes making it happen. Just like the stereotype of Valley girls is overblown and exaggerated, so is the idea that East and West Valley are divided here in the heart of Van Nuys at the 405. See, when you talk about not dividing communities, I urge you to keep in mind where I live. After all, while it divides Van Nuys in half, we can't change that. You, however, can ensure that we aren't divided when you draw the lines. The only people saying that are the people who don't live here. If you have to divide the valley, please don't use my community as your science project.
My name is Joe. Up here in the high desert, we know that building a strong foundation is important. Family values and helping our neighbors is important. It isn't for everyone living up north, but it certainly isn't like living in the city of LA. From our southern valley, Santa Clarita and neighboring Stevenson Ranch, up to the county line towards Palmdale and Lancaster, it gets hotter during the day and colder at night. And more often than not, we compete with our friends down in LA City for water. As a community, we're as physically removed from the rest of the county as we possibly could be. The 10,000-foot San Gabriel Mountains separate us, with only a narrow strip of highway crossing through the Newhall Pass and Soledad Canyon to get here. Folks in the high desert mostly live and work here, and even though people have been moving out here, we're still very much our own community and not a bedroom area for the city of LA like the rest of the county. So please, keep the high desert's difference in mind when you draw your maps.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm probably the youngest person involved with the Young Professionals for Better Government. I'm a high school student preparing to head off to college and considering staying local, such as one of the Claremont colleges or Azusa Pacific. I'm here to fill you in on a little bit about the Foothill community, the neighborhoods that surround the university, primarily along the San Bernardino line of the Metrolink commuter rail, because this rail line is one of the major features that binds the community together. Also, the 210, which most of my friends take to class. Roughly speaking, this area includes Claremont as the hub, as well as the Pomona, Azusa, Glendora in the far west and eastward, with our neighbors across the county line in Upland, Montclair, and Rancho Cucamonga, and of course San Antonio Heights, another one of the burbs. While I don't know where I'm going to study yet, I do know being in an area where the community is warm and welcoming to college students is important. Please keep the eastern San Gabriel Valley extending across the county line unified in your new map.
Greetings, Commissioner. My name is Charles, and I currently sit as an elected board member of a municipal water district in the San Gabriel Valley. And today, I'm speaking with you as a resident of South Pasadena and an advocate for water education among our youth. That's why I'm asking you to keep together my community of interest. South Pasadena, including Eagle Rock in the west, in the same district, extending across the San Gabriel Valley through El Monte, as far north as Duarte, and as far south as Monterey Park in the west, and Whittier in the east. Mark Twain once said, "Whiskey's for drinking and water's for fighting over." As students of California politics, each of you knows how true and how relevant that statement is today. With a majority of our water supply here in Southern California coming from outside our region and our population continuing to expand, water issues are today more important than ever. Water has the potential to empower a community or entirely disable it. Please empower my community when you draw the lines. And lastly, you may ask, why am I standing here in Chinatown? Commissioners, as an Angelino and a fan of film noir, I quote, "Forget it, Jake, it's Chinatown."
Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Ken Kieselbach, and I'm the founder of Young Professionals for Better Government. Like Commissioner Ward, I'm also a native of Fullerton, California, and I would like to take the opportunity to provide the rest of you with some information about my community. One of the many things that we take pride in Fullerton is the fact that this is a community that values and nurtures business in a way that businesses need to succeed and make a community strong. My community of Greater Fullerton not only includes the surrounding towns within Orange County, but extends north into Los Angeles County to include the very similar communities of Walnut, Diamond Bar, and Rowland Heights. The community of Greater Fullerton is not just defined by similarities in culture and demographics, but by shared infrastructure. Greater Fullerton is spanned by the 57 Freeway Corridor, which gives residents quick and easy access to jobs, shopping, and entertainment throughout the area. So please, Commissioners, when you draw the lines, remember what makes this community unique.
Hello, Commissioners. My name is Kaveri, and I'm here to tell you a little about my Indo-American community here in the suburbs of southern LA and Orange counties. I live in Cerritos, and my friends here with me live in Artesia. I'm standing here in front of the Cerritos Millennium Library in Cerritos because this library is a gathering place for people from all over my community. This library is known across Southern California for its world traditions, where community members can access print and multimedia resources in dozens of different languages. This is fitting because this community is a giant melting pot where people like my ancestors with languages and cultures from across the planet become Americans and Californians. My community stretches from Artesia and Cerritos in the north all the way down the I-5 corridor south to Santa Ana and includes all the communities in between. You know, this whole area used to be dairy farms as recently as 80 years ago, where today it's immigrant families living in middle-class suburbs, malls, and high-tech companies. But it's our diversity, not just our history, that defines this community. And that's why I'm asking you to keep us together. Thank you.
Hey Commissioners, my name is Amy from Torrance.
And my name is Eddie from Seal Beach.
We're coming at you from South Bay today at the Long Beach Pride Parade. It happens annually and is a big celebration for all residents across the Bay, not just residents of Long Beach.
Mainly, it is an opportunity for people to come out, celebrate our diversity and our unity as one community. It also brings in a lot of money locally for hotels, both big and small, retail businesses, and local restaurants and bars along the coast, the connector between all who live here. As you probably know, the South Bay runs all the way from the beach cities, including Torrance in the north, down through the peninsula, through the ports of LA and Long Beach, and into Seal Beach, and just north into Los Alamitos, which we feel strongly connected to, even though it is a cross-county line. What we have in common is that we love the beach and being out in the water, spending time outdoors and hanging out at the Pike in LB. That's Long Beach. Long Beach is our biggest city, and it's where we go for concerts, shopping, or fun, including community events like this. Not to mention, pretty much all the goods that locals in LA and Orange counties use come in the cargo containers just a few blocks from here. So please keep the South Bay together, including our friends in Seal Beach and Los Alamitos.
Thank you.
My name is Sam, and I live here in Santa Monica. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my community. I'm here in front of the Santa Monica Pier with the Pacific Ocean to my right and the Santa Monica Mountains behind me, because these are the features that define my community, the mountains and the ocean. All of us live by either the mountains or the sea, and our lives are defined and affected by them in ways that some of us may not even be aware of. Everyone in my community is on the front lines of the battle to protect the environment, whether we like it or not. Those of us who live by the sea, from the beach cities north to Malibu, live every day at the mercy of the upstream polluters and the garbage and toxins they decide to put into our rivers and our beautiful Santa Monica Bay. The Ballona Creek is the final destination for just about every storm drain in the city of LA. And the Malibu Creek drains the entire Conejo Valley in both LA and Ventura counties. Our air quality is at the mercy of LAX, one of the busiest airports in the world, and to the major airlines. For them, our air quality is always secondary to this quarter's finances. From the beach cities all the way north through the Topanga Pass and into the Conejo and Simi valleys, we are all part of the same watershed system. The topography of the coast and the mountains is what defines us as a community, and what takes place in any part of this community affects all who live here. So please, commissioners, think of the coast and the mountains as nature's district lines. Please stand up for my community.